but I am finding that it has been so helpful with my kids. And the key thing is no matter what.
I am not a raincoat here to
Wow. Hey, everybody.
Good morning.
This sounds like
Very
60s. Who's that band from the 60s? Like Peter, Paul, and Mary?
The Monkees.
Is this the Monkees?
No.
Oh, okay. It sounds kind of like
I don't even
that.
know who they are.
You pull it down so quick, producer Grace. Grace doesn't even know who they are. What in the world? Here, pull that back up.
That's nice.
Ooh,
This is so...
Relaxing.
it's very relaxing.
not your impression of a city.
Okay. Yeah, it's different.
It's something.
It's
something.
It's a song.
It's the music.
It's a song.
It's an intro song.
And it's free.
And it's
And
free.
it's free.
Well,
Oh,
there you go. There, you know what?
That you just gave away.
You didn't have to pay for that.
that's
Our
the trump
music
card.
choice. Yes.
Well,
exactly.
hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of On Purpose Parents Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
As always, it's the same group of three. Usually, every now and then we have a guest. In fact, the last 3 episodes. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what where I'm
You're
at
losing
today,
track
I'm
of
a little
time.
tired. The last 3 episodes we had a guest, so it's not
Yeah.
always just the 3 of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we like it better when it is. No, that's not any.
Totally kidding.
That's not like, as the kids would say, that's not throwing shade on any of our guests. It's just we like us.
We like each
Yeah,
other.
we like each
Yeah.
other. We even like you, producer Chris.
Thank you.
the corner.
It's nice to be liked.
I mean, who else would
I'd rather
find-
be loved, but liked, I guess, it's a step in the right direction.
If we didn't have producer Chris, who else would find free
Music
Free
to
music.
play that puts us in some zone.
That's Chris, you're worth more to us than that.
Oh, thank you.
There would be
So
no,
much more.
There
That's
would be
nice.
now. All joking aside,
Yeah.
there would be no On Purpose Parents podcast if it wasn't for producer Chris.
Totally true.
I think it was his idea.
His idea, putting it
He's-
together.
yes, he does
as
all
a
the
pastor, getting all the equipment and
Yes,
tech,
yes,
and
yes.
we appreciate you so
Oh,
much.
thank
A
you so
busy
much.
life,
Yeah.
Chris. You're awesome.
Maybe we could move on now.
So, Kurt, I have a question. Moving on. What is in your hand,
This
Kurt?
thing?
Yeah, for people who are not watching on YouTube, Kurt has some very rainbow colored beads.
Well, they're like
in a
chrome.
clump.
They're chrome colors.
Chrome color.
Chrome rainbow. So this is like
What is
fidget.
that?
You know fidget spinners.
Yes.
Or those little pop things for this. I think.
Don't know what
I
that
It's
is.
found
another
this-
fidget
It's another
thing.
fidget, and it's just a ball of
Like magnetic.
independent BB size balls that you can break them apart. Ooh, I don't want to do it
over your drink.
But you can break them apart.
yeah, they're all just.
Yeah, but it's just wonderful to squeeze. I love it, and I'm not even like I don't need fidgety stuff, but I found this.
Is it like soothing? Is it
Yeah,
like
you
a?
wanna try it?
Okay, all right. Oh, it's heavy. It's kind of heavy.
Oh, Grace, you're getting it all over your hands now.
Is this very germy?
Why?
You
Wait,
don't know
what do you
where
mean?
it's been.
What do you-
Where could it have? Where has this been,
You
Kurt?
don't- that's what
Should
I'm
I be
saying.
concerned? Does Chris know
it's
something
just-
that I should know?
Is this gross?
Yes, that's
What makes it gross?
because there's germs all over the place. Have you ever sterilized that thing? Where did you get that thing?
Do you never touch anything with your hands? Do you wear white gloves I mean,
No.
there's germs
you have a
everywhere.
good point, Chris.
Yeah,
Who
here,
knows
catch
where?
it, here,
oh,
here,
he's
catch
throwing-
Okay. You almost hit the board.
Producer Chris, now
What-
you are
don't-
Dude,
contaminated.
it smells so bad.
He's
What
smelling.
is it?
Why in the world
These are
would
all-
you smell
Chris
it?
is
Here.
looking out for your health
Give me
and
that thing back.
hygiene, Kurt.
That is
This is how much we
disgusting.
care about each other. He's.
It's like oily. Why is it oily?
It wasn't oily. It was
Sweaty and
definitely
oily.
heavy.
That's-
It is heavy for,
I will not-
for
I-
the size.
I will not be shamed into putting this down.
You're gonna hold it through
Just
the entire
looking out
episode.
for your health, brother. That's all.
The table that you just had your hands on, producer Chris.
Yeah.
I didn't see you full of germs.
You didn't before. No. I use the Clorox wipes we have
he
in there, and I
disinfected
wipe
it,
it down
Kurt?
every time, and I wipe the
What?
desk
Do you
down.
really?
and- I do.
Wow,
wipe-
that's impressive.
I clean
Here's-
the board.
Here's the test.
Wow.
Here's the
I'm
test.
impressed.
And then we'll move on to more serious.
Okay, this is the test.
This is the test this is the Kurt test.
Okay.
of home.
Hygiene?
I was going to say homeopathic, but I don't know. We were talking about doctors earlier. There's homeopathic doctors, right?
I don't know. What are you saying?
What is the test?
This is. I meant to say home, like my home remedy, my home test.
Yes,
Kurt's
yes.
home test.
Okay.
Of germaphobes.
Okay.
Do you in a post-COVID world? We all during COVID.
For sure.
The 18
Different
months of
levels.
COVID.
Yeah.
That's just like you got to throw that out.
Okay. Post-COVID.
When you go to a public restroom in a restaurant,
Okay.
you wash your hands. Do you open the door with a paper towel?
Yes.
Or do you use your hands to open the door?
Paper towel.
Towel.
If there's not a foot thing
If there's
that I
not a
can
foot-
open it up, then
Grace?
What do you do? I try to use a paper towel, but maybe 50% of the time, if I'm in a rush, I'll use like my pinky. Like I'll try to use as little fingers, but I don't always use a paper towel.
and then your eye itches, and you have to, and then you do that
Use
with
my
your pinky.
to
That's so
scrub my
disgusting.
eye.
You know, germs, the reason you have a immune system, not the whole reason, but one of the reasons your immune system is strong and robust is because
Fights off some
we
germs.
expose ourselves to germs.
Yeah.
Well, what about you? What do? Do you grasp it
Well,
full-handedly?
After saying all of this,
He doesn't even wash his hands.
Kurt's like, what's soap?
I never in a million years would I have ever thought to use a paper towel. COVID got me kind of in the habit,
Okay, I see.
which is weird
See,
too because
he's
even during,
giving you a hard time,
even during
but he does it
even
too.
during COVID, I wasn't. all
You
that
never thought about
I
it.
wasn't that concerned about
Yeah.
things, but for some reason that got me.
Yeah.
That one thing got me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Here we go. So here's what we're going to do for the next 4 episodes. We're kind of excited about this because each episode is going to be a little bit shorter.
Dude, I'm really
despite
excited
this
about
really
this.
Cool.
Not just kinda. I am really excited. These are great ones.
thank you,
I can't
Chris.
wait to hear what you guys have to say.
Well,
It's gonna be super helpful.
can you shush? No. can you let us get? But people, if they don't know us, they think that we're mean to Chris.
How many times a day do you? Not we're.
Not we. Don't pull me into this,
Don't-
Kurt. I don't.
Oh,
don't pull me
Grace.
into
What?
this.
What do you got?
This is all you.
You and that smelly ball of yours? Is that the week?
But he can dish it back too,
He can
so
dish it
it's
out.
all good.
Okay.
So what are we talking? What is our series?
Well, this was actually Chris's idea. That's probably one of the reasons why he's so excited about it. But it's a great idea. Is for the next 4 weeks, we decided to keep the subjects and the topic matter kind of a little bit lighter, a
Yeah.
little bit shorter. The shows will be 15 minutes.
Focused.
Believe it or not, they're still going to only be about 15 minutes, despite all this nonsensical rambling.
We'll see.
And we're gonna different topic each
Each week,
episode,
each episode.
but they are the top 2 things that blah blah blah.
Yes.
And you're going to come with the one, and I'm going to come with the one.
Yes.
So, episode 1 of what do we call this? Top 2? Is that the name of the series?
We
Top
didn't title it yet.
Top 2
We'll
list.
find
Just
out
like
when
let's
this
do
airs.
some
2 to go.
questions. That you,
Two phrases.
2 for the road.
2 for the road.
Oh,
2 for the
2 for.
Tuesday.
I don't know.
2 for 2
No,
for
Wednesday.
No,
It's we can drop it in a day or
no.
but
Okay.
then people listen.
So
to it.
here it is. And Grace, we're going to go to you first.
Okay.
This topic is what are the top 2? So you've got one and I've got one. Things that
Yes.
we would say every child needs to hear from their parents over and over again.
Over and over.
This is so good. I can't wait.
And we're going to throw out, because we're a faith-based podcast, it's sort of like when you ask your kids, what'd you learn about in church today? Jesus. Okay, yeah, I know that. I know our church talks about Jesus a lot.
Yes.
But what else did you talk about?
Okay.
So neither one, and just so people don't get frustrated.
Yes.
Like we didn't say, or we threw out, you can't say Jesus loves you isn't the one, because obviously.
Right.
Jesus loves you.
That was my one, though. I'm kidding.
Well, your one
Is
may include
offshoot
yeah,
of
so
that.
Go,
Yes.
So go ahead.
Okay. So mine that and the part that I latched onto was the part of the prompter that is over and over and over again, because this is something that I'm finding in actual real life with raising my 2 girls, something that I am saying over and over again to them in different circumstances. It keeps
Yep.
coming up in different situations that I find that it has been helpful to repeat it. And for context, I have a 12-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old daughter. Actually 11, she's turning 12 soon. So mine is that you are worthy, you are loved, no matter what. And for me, that seems a little bit, again, like kind of cliche, like the canned things that you would say, but I am finding that it has been so helpful with my kids. And the key thing is no matter what. So what I've observed is that there are so many things that's conditional in this world. And our kids from a small age start to feel that, is that you get attention if you do this. You get affirmation if you are like this. And then as you grow older and your focus turns more on friendships, maybe as you turn into adolescent years and middle school years, it becomes even more performance based, more image oriented, more external focused. And even if it's not about friends, I've noticed in my kids as they grow up, sometimes it's performance anxiety against themselves, like their own competitive nature. I want to try to play this video game and I'm not good at it. And you could just see their insides crumble, either, and depending on your child's personality, it could come out like, defensiveness or competitiveness. But with my second child, it can come across as like shame, hiding, embarrassment. I don't want to be public. And so part of it is some of the things that I've said with my kids is in all of these different situations, reminding them and just having this type of conversation. If let's say one of my kids didn't do a painting well, and this has happened, and they're upset about it. Like for whatever reason, that painting that they expected would look a certain way doesn't look that way, makes them feel bad. And I'll use that opportunity to say, if you drew a beautiful painting, do I love you more? Are you more worthy? And they've heard this enough from me now that they know the script, right? So they'll say, Zoe will be crying and she'll be like, no. And I said, if you, drew, a terrible painting, would you be less worthy? Would you be less loved? And she would say, no. And with my older child, we'll see this with her friendships too. Like when she's going through struggles with her friends, if you have this friendship struggle or they're upset with you for this, are you less worthy? Are you, if you were the most popular, are you more worthy? So kind of asking those questions in all situations. And I find that the reason why I find it so helpful is because there is a difference of saying, oh, of course, that's an obvious statement, especially if you go to church. We hear that all the time. God loves you. You're worthy. There is a difference between knowing it in your head conceptually and then feeling it in all of these little life circumstances and being able to meet my kids constantly, starting from like really like kindergarten is I think when it started to manifest more. And in those situations to be able to just remind them and bring it to a more like practical setting instead of like not just hearing it at church, not just hearing it when you're feeling okay, but in that moment when you're not feeling great, when you're feeling insecure, when you're feeling upset, to remind them of that. I feel that it is over the years start to fortify and make a comment or a phrase that sort of feels like a given or a gimme become more ingrained because the last thing I'll say is I just think there are so many phrases like that it's again just easy to hear and hard to truly internalize. Yeah. I'm loved. I'm worthy no matter what. But in reality, we spend our entire lives spinning and striving and stressing and being anxious, trying to counter that because we don't really believe it. And so for me, being able to have that opportunity to pound that into my kids in those specific situations has been really helpful and a valuable opportunity.
I love that. Yours, like mine, is both a statement. So your statement is your value and you're valuable. Wait, was it? You're valuable,
you're worthy,
and you're worthy.
You're loved, no matter what.
No matter what. Is a statement, but there's also like it's also an entire philosophy, worldview, perspective that even if you're not saying that exact phrase, because you're probably not, right? You're not saying, hey, Zoe, I just want you to remember You're worthy
Yeah.
and loved no matter what.
Right.
Bing, ding.
Yeah. Ding,
Right.
ding.
But the way you respond, the way you talk to them, how you navigate things, you're reinforcing the message. So it's as much of a message
Yes.
as it is an actual statement. That
Right.
you just sort of, because a statement can become cliche.
Yes, right.
Right, and you could. Oh, my mom used to always say, "I'm valuable and worthy, no
Right.
matter what. I'm worthy
Yeah.
of love, no matter what."
Yeah.
Okay, but did your mom and dad reinforce that? Did you believe that to be true?
Right.
Well, yeah. Well, how? And they'd probably be able to recount all these examples of when they experienced that statement
Right.
to be true. of
And
them.
I think it serves as an anchor for when they are going through things that counter that in their feeling. So like when Zoe recently, I cut her bangs and then she cried. Now, because she didn't like it, she actually really liked it. So then later when she was crying, we were like, why are you crying? And she was like, I think people are going to look at me, and people are going to, and we were like, but I think people will look at you and give you a compliment. And she's like, but even when people are giving me a compliment, I don't like it when people look at me. So then we were able to have that conversation. What is it about people looking at you, even when they're being nice to you and saying, Zoe, I love your hair. Why do you not like that? And because of all the years where we've reinforced this concept, we were able to have a really good conversation where she was able to process her emotions. And it's funny to hear kids start to talk a little bit more grown up as they age and get more vocabulary, because she was like, I'm going to go real deep here now. And I was like, okay, let's go deep. She's like, I just feel like there's essentially boiling it down, because she said it in longer 9-year-old words.
Yeah.
But what she was saying was, I don't like to be embarrassed because I feel shameful if I make a mistake. And so if people look at me, there's more opportunities, even when they're giving me a compliment, potentially to make a mistake and be embarrassed and shamed. And in that situation for reinforcement, we were able to say, even if that were to be the case, if people were complimentary towards you or not, does that define who you are,
Right.
your worth? And so reinforcing it in real life situations has been
It's
helpful.
awesome. Okay, you are worthy and loved no matter what.
No matter what.
Maybe you
Yes.
hear that over and over again. Mine is, you can do this. We believe in you. You can do this. We
great.
believe in you. Because when I was thinking of over and over again, and I think you were too, it's not just over and over again like 8 times a day. It's what's something they need to hear in every season and stage as they're growing up.
That's right.
And now it's different for every child. Some children are more prone to risk taking. They're a little bit more self-confident. They're not as afraid of failure. You know, some kids will try out for the soccer team and they could if they don't make it, they don't make it. That's okay.
Right.
They wanted to make it, but they're not devastated if they don't. Other kids are just terrified to even try because what if I don't make it, right? Some girls would just cut their bangs and never think about it because, oh, whatever. if people comment, no big deal. Hey, mom, cut my bangs. If they don't turn out too bad,
They'll grow.
They'll
Yeah.
grow, right? But what I've learned both as a parent and then just as a youth worker for so many years is, no matter how confident you are, every child comes up against these moments where there's like, I don't know, I really want to, but I don't. Either I'm afraid, or I don't. What if it goes wrong, or So it can be trying out for the soccer team. It can be the 12th grade boy who's been dating a girl for a year, and he knows he should break up with her. But he's afraid. But what
happened?
What happens?
What if?
I'm comfortable with her, and will another girl ever go out with me? And, hey, you can do this. You can do that. We believe in you. We believe in your ability to make the right decision. You can do this. Man, you can try out for the soccer team. You got this. Whether you make the team or not, it's going to feel good for stretching and trying. And you can do this. First job interview. Man, I'm so nervous. You got this. We believe in you. You can do this. It's not you can do anything you decide to do kind of. It's not that.
And you'll be the best.
Because the reality is that's not true, right?
True.
You can become anything you want to become is not a true statement. For some people, it works out, but for other, no matter how much I wanted to be a professional quarterback, if my dad would have said, "Kurt, you can believe in yourself," that would not have. It just wasn't.
You don't think so?
No. Okay. Well, have you ever seen? Do you know me, Grace? Right. But if I had my heart set on trying, my dad saying, you can do this. In other words, give it a shot. You're going to be better for trying. You got this. We believe in you. And knowing that it goes back to these two kind of tie together because you're worthy and loved regardless.
Right.
Right? You're worthy and loved regardless if you make the soccer team or not. You're worthy and loved regardless if you get a part in the play or not. You're worthy and loved regardless if the girl you asked to prom says yes or no.
Right.
You're worthy and loved if you get the job you applied for. Like that's a non-negotiable. And when you know that, then you can do this.
You're like very
You
empowered.
got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Those are our two.
Love
man,
that.
I mean, it's kind of hard to narrow it down to two.
Right.
Things,
Well,
the top two
yeah.
that kids need to hear over and over and over again.
Right.
But I think you are worthy and loved no matter what. If that's not in the top two, it's got to be pretty close.
Yeah. And
You can do this. We believe in you. If it's not in the top two, it's got to be pretty close. So there you go, parents.
Love it.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Remember to text parents, the word parents, to 83,000 if you want to join our text community.
Join the party.
Please like or comment or respond to the question to this video in the comment section if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe, share, comment, all the stuff about our channel. OnPurposeParents.com is our website with all the resources. The Parent Podcast is just one little sliver, or it's a tenth. It's about a tenth of all the things we offer for parents.
Tell
And
us
all
if
of
you
it.
open the bathroom door with a paper towel or not.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? The fact that all three of us kind of do.
Do you think most people do?
No.
No.
I don't
Do
think.
you think most people
I don't know.
We'll find out. Let us know.
Yeah, please let us know.
The burning
Please
question.
in the comments, or if you're listening to the podcast not on YouTube, where would they send their answer? Parents at
Saddleback.com.
Parents at saddleback.com. Email us with a show topic suggestion, a parenting question, and do you or do you not open the public bathroom door with a paper towel
Or a pinky.
or a pinky?
Yes.
We'll
All
see you
right.
soon. Bye.
Bye, everybody.